welcome back to my Eurovision channel and the second of two episodes about the predictions and the running order of the semi-finals. This time we're looking at semi-final 2, and I am going to be guessing where I can see some songs. Am I going to be right? Nope. Are my qualifiers going to be right that I predict? These are not the qualifiers I want necessarily, but they're the ones I think could come through. Not necessarily either. So that is the precept. These are not my views on quality of the songs, what songs I want to go through, etc. It's just a prediction. It's a bit of fun to see where we get. In my previous video, if you haven't seen it, I will link it above. You'll have seen how I did the first semi-final. Basically, on the first half, I numbered the running order 1 to 7 in this first semi-final, here 1 to 8, and in the second half 9 to 16. What we also have to bear in mind is that at some point Spain, Italy and France will be slotted into the spots. So in this case, I see it more likely that there could be 2 slotted into the first half of the second semi-final, just because it's very female heavy, and they could maybe put France in there and perhaps another one. Spain, I think. I don't see Italy going in there if Greece is in the first half, unless it's really far away. Then, after I do the running order predictions, you will see on the screen, we have the color codes above in circles. We have green, which for me are certain qualifiers. There's no doubt in my mind. I've added an extra category for this second semi because it's actually pretty difficult to call. The yellows are the ones that I'm pretty sure are qualifying, but I have a little bit of concern for. The orange ones are borderline to out. Could qualify, but I think they're more borderline. And if they do qualify, it'll be in the last few positions. Red are dead on arrival for me. I don't see them qualifying. Again, not my judgment of the song, just how I see the voting progressing. So let's jump in. Before that, welcome again to my humble hotel room in Gran Canaria, where I am staying until the Madrid pre-party. And I'll be heading up there on Thursday. We have Friday night, all the Spanish artists from Benidorm, past and present, that will be there, and including Blanca Paloma, which I'm very looking forward to. Had a lovely chat with her in November. Hopefully I'll get to chat to her again in Madrid, but I doubt it because the Spanish people will be mobbing her. Then on Saturday, obviously, is the pre-party with all of I think there's 22 acts confirmed out of the 37 countries. So quite a good lineup. Most of the main countries. I mean, we have to bear in mind Greece, Cyprus don't usually do pre-parties. Israel didn't do it last year. I don't see them doing it this year. And there's a couple of others, probably in the semi-final one. Italy, they never do it. Germany did do it last year, but only in the Netherlands. And actually, Isaac is going to be in Madrid as well. So, there we go. Now, that was my spiel about going to Madrid and where I am right now. So let's move on to the predictions of the running order. This is running order, pure running order prediction. In the first half, I'll do half by half. First half, we have Austria, Malta, Switzerland, Greece, Czechia, I can't say it, Czech Republic. I work with Czech people and I just can't. Czech Republic. Albania, Denmark, and Armenia. This is going to be a much harder running order to do than the first one. Having said that, I think I'm not changing Austria. Austria is staying as number 1. I think it's going to open the show. Following that, so let's see what we have here. In the first half, we have Girl Bop, Austria, Malta, Girl Bop, slow-mo dance break style Girl Bop. Switzerland, Out of the Box, non-binary. The story of the non-binary coming to discover being non-binary. I love it. I love that song. Greece, ethnic, modern ethnic, taking a lot of cultural elements into it. Czechia is kind of like a indie punk. I don't really know how to describe the genre. I've seen the revamp. There's a new part at the end of the song, and I'm discarding the national final as to in my predictions afterwards, because I don't think that's representative of anything, the Czech national final. But again, a female lead singer, Albania, translated into English from Albanian, Titan from Besa, lead singer, woman, Sand from Denmark by Saba, again, a woman. Armenia, another ethnic kind of style beats that needs to be separated from Greece. So what do we do? Armenia was second in the second semi-final in the last year in Liverpool. If that hadn't been the case, I think I might have put Armenia second to really spread it out from Greece. But what could come after Austria? I mean, Malta cannot. Switzerland, I don't think so either. It's too early. Greece, I also think will be a bit later. Czechia is a possibility. Albania, it's a possibility now. Denmark, everyone's saying Denmark. I see it as possible, but I really want producers to put songs that are low in the odds in better running order positions. That's my gripe. So, yeah, if I don't put Denmark into it's maybe I'm being a little bit biased. Okay, so out of that kind of genre, getting out of the girl bop, like dance songs, what do we have? We can slow it down with Czechia. Albania could work. Obviously Denmark works, but as I just said, I'm not putting it there. You know what? Let's put Albania second. I wish they'd kept it all in the song in Albanian, but they didn't. So let's put Albania second in the first half. Third, here we can, start to look a bit further. I would probably, again, maybe Armenia. I'm sorry, Armenia. It has to go in early because it can't be close to Greece. So Armenia is going to go third in my running order. Albania, Austria, Albania, Armenia, all the A's. This is definitely not going to be the running order. Then, okay, fourth. Is there any other songs we need to keep apart? I mean, Malta and Austria already apart. I think we can put Denmark or Switzerland in fourth. I mean, I'm not taking into account Slimane and where he will go in this at the moment because we just have no idea how they're going to do it this first year. So let's put Switzerland fourth. I know they want it near the end, but I think a good producer knows that Switzerland is qualifying. And they can give it whatever slot fits. After Switzerland, I think we go back to something a bit more mainstream in terms of reaching the widest possible audience. Although personally, I think Switzerland could reach a wide audience, but not everyone would agree. So I'm going to put in Denmark in fifth. Then, so we have left Malta, Greece, and Czechia. And we're going to separate them how? Let's put Malta sixth. Czechia seventh. Not 76th, God. and Greece 8. I think that gives a fair opportunity to songs in terms of qualification. I'll come on to explain that afterwards. So that's the first half. The second half I'm a little bit blind on, so I'm going to maybe work it a little bit differently. What do we have? We have Greece. We have an ethnic bop. What could come after that? I think actually it needs to be a male vocalist. And something more mainstream. I think I'm putting Latvia 9th. Then after Latvia, we've had so many girl bops in the first half. I think we need to keep Georgia until later. And Israel probably needs to go later. So we are left, I think I'm going to put Norway 10th. Rock song needs to be separated from San Marino. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's leave that blank for now, and let's it just says text. Wonderful. Let's put San Marino 10th. There you go. This is hard now. Rock, San Marino, female-led vocal. Can't be Norway then. Let's put Israel 11th. After Israel, then we have 5 left. We have Estonia, Georgia, Netherlands, Norway, Belgium. Oh, this is hard. I think we need something a bit more upbeat here. I'm going to go for Estonia 12th. And then I think we're now in the spot where we can let the girl bops back in, because we have 2 female lead singers, 2 male lead singers, and we've had enough of a break from Greece, Malta, Czechia, etc. From the first half, and Israel in the second half. So I think after Estonia we can't have the 2 folk kind of songs one after the other, so it can't be Norway. I think we can put Georgia in here, 13th. And then I think it has to go either, because Belgium's song is Before the Party's Over. It's a slow build-up song with a banging ending. Do you play that second last in a semi, just before the party's over and end it on the Netherlands? Or do you play it last? Or do you play it before Norway? I'm going to hazard a wild guess at 14th for Belgium, 15th for Norway, and Netherlands. I mean, it's a pretty obvious closer, right? Type, goddamn you. 16th. There. I don't know what you're doing. There we go. So, there we have a running order. The second half definitely is completely wrong. But now, based on that running order, where do I see each of the dots? So, we start with green. And I would put a certain qualifiers. I might go back. I'm not doing this necessarily in order. But Switzerland is a certain qualifier for me in that first half. Greece is pretty certain for me as well. Then let's move over to the second half. Netherlands, I think it's clear. And I think Norway is qualifying as well, especially with that running order. And I also think Israel's qualifying. So those are my 5 certains. Then the ones I think are qualifying, but there's a little tiny doubt in my mind. Very, very likely qualifiers. Austria is one. No, come back. After Austria in this first half, I mean, Armenia and Albania are definitely quite, got a chance of qualifying. Is it a good chance or not? I don't know. What else do we have? Okay, I'm putting this on Belgium because that's also one that I almost put on green. Move! Stupid thing. There. Are there any others for me that I see as very likely at this stage? Yeah, I'm gonna put Armenia because I think even though it's not my personal taste, but I can see a lot of love for it, and it's very fun and upbeat, and I think in that half it stands out. But the running order that I've given it is not amazing, so yeah. But those are the greens. So now we're on 9. Now we get to the real borderliners. You're wondering why I haven't put Estonia there yet, right? Simple. I worry for Estonia. Look, they're in the second half. They're probably going to be okay. But they really need to sort out that staging, and they need to do it well. Like, the music video is great. I love the song. But in a second half full, jam-packed of quality, like 3 surefire qualifiers, and in my mind actually 4, because Belgium is just on the cusp of yellow and green. I am putting Estonia as borderline. And then beyond that, I'm putting Georgia as borderline because everyone seems to think it's going through, but it's Georgia. Georgia never goes through. So let's see. Again, the song is not my style, so I'm not one to judge the quality. Then other borderliners for me, Albania, of course, never rule out Albania, as in the first half. Half never rule out Moldova. First semi, never rule out Moldova, and second semi, never rule out Albania. I just think it's a pity they've changed the song to English. I think it weakens it. I'm gonna have to come back to a few. So I'm going to go for the red, for the definite non-qualifiers. And this is actually really hard. I'm really sorry for Latvia, but I actually see it as dead. I don't see any hype around it. I love his voice. I just don't think there's anything original enough, especially in that half, that will make people gravitate towards it. I don't think it's qualifying. Are there any others? I don't think Malta's qualifying either, but a lot of people seem to think it is. So it's kind of between red and orange for me. Let's put it red for now. A lot of people don't think Denmark is qualifying. I think it has a chance still, but it's in a very tough spot. San Marino, again, same thing. A lot of people just say nope. What does that leave us with? Czech Republic. Is the revamp enough? I mean, we haven't really heard in terms of reactions and stuff like that, but there is a market for this type of song, and it's very different, especially in that first half, to anything else. If it's earlier in the half than my prediction, it has a chance, I think, because it can stand out. The closer it is to the second half, the less it stands out. So, yeah. you never know what they're going to do on stage. Czech Republic. Aiko, I think, is in Madrid, so I will have a better idea there. For now, it's very unlikely, but there's a chance. I think a slightly higher chance than Malta and Denmark and Latvia and San Marino. This is tough. This is really tough. I mean, I'm going to lose songs I love out of this. Like, I really like. Of the oranges and reds, for me, I really like the Czech song. I really like the Danish song. I really like Estonia and San Marino. And yeah, I'm not getting probably 2 or 3 out of those through, maybe 1 the max. Oof, semi-final 2 is going to be tough. A big shock for me would be if any of the yellows NQ'd. But the reason they're yellow is because I see them as potential big shocks of NQing. And yeah, I still think they're pretty safe. So yeah, voila, my second semi-final. Remember, of course, in the votes we have Spain, Italy, and France. What allies do we have for the voting? For Austria, I mean, it's not an allyship necessarily, but you have Switzerland, you have the Girlbot fans, so maybe like some of the Balkan countries, maybe Spain, because of that. Malta, I just struggle to see where it gets the televotes from, because Austria to me is a better song. It appeals to a wider variety of people. I don't like, personally, dance breaks in songs when they don't sing. I know both Austria and Malta do it, but I find that the Maltese one is too much dancing and too little singing. So yeah, let's see what happens with that. Then I don't see huge like allies for voting. Switzerland, I mean, again, no huge voting allies. Maybe Italy, France, Israel, Netherlands. I think the Netherlands and Belgium will highly rate Switzerland. Greece. I mean, Greece is gonna sail through, and it's going to appeal to Albania. Like just the top points. Like it'll be appealing to Albania. It'll be appealing to Italy. It'll be partially appealing to Spain, not as much as Italy. Israel, what else? San Marino, because wait, does San Marino do judges? I think they do judges. So I think Greece could get some good points from San Marino. Judges, jury. Armenia, I think, will and may go for Greece. Then Albania, it's going to get a lot of points from Italy. San Marino may get some points from Italy and Spain. Denmark has very few allies in this. Norway is the only natural ally. Netherlands, maybe 2. Belgium, maybe get some points from them, but there's not enough. Armenia tends to get quite a lot of votes from France. And what other countries like the ethnic Bobs? Greece, obviously. Georgia. Yeah, I think Georgia and Armenia might swap points as well. Latvia is very lonely. Very lonely. And the thing is, like, this is why another reason why I think Slimane needs to be first half for France. Like breaking up the first half that we have here on the screen. It's essentially that Dons is the only male ballad on the on this show. So it needs to at least be highlighted somehow. So yeah, that's but it doesn't have many natural allies in the vote. in voting. Czech Republic, neither. Maybe Austria, maybe Switzerland. I think that's it. Israel, I think it's going to get blanket votes across the board. Estonia. Oh, sorry, Estonia and Latvia are in the same semi, so maybe they help each other out. Oh, and aside from that, I think Norway could help Estonia. I think, is there any other Nordic country? Where Denmark? Denmark could help Estonia. Georgia, I mean, we know that Georgia doesn't do well in televote. Look at last year. And look at the breakdown in the countries that give it points. This is why, for me, it's really borderline. I think you can get votes from Armenia. I think you can get votes from Israel. I think you can get votes from France. I think Spain is giving 10 or 12 to San Marino. I think Italy is giving 10 or 12 to Albania, San Marino, maybe. France, I see their 12 points going to Switzerland. I don't see them going to the Netherlands. Well, maybe to the Netherlands. Belgium's 12 points are going to the Netherlands for sure. I think Norway's are too. I think Switzerland's are. Not sure about the Czech Republic. Maybe they might give 12 to the Netherlands as well. Estonia and Latvia will give high points to the Netherlands. I think Netherlands is winning this semi. I see the semi as between Netherlands, Israel, and Greece. Norway is going to get quite a few votes from rock lovers because it's the only kind of folk rocky female-led song there. As I said, I don't see San Marino really reaching those heights. I love Megara. I love the song. I wish it could, but I don't see it. And San Marino never does well in televotes either. So I think that just about covers all the countries there. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Austria is qualifying though. But I'm going to keep it like that for now. I'm going to go to Madrid. I'm not going to hear all of the songs, obviously, but I will hear some and hear live vocals. And once I hear live vocals, I can move up and down some songs in these rankings and be a little bit more precise than I'm being right now. But there we are. That is what I have for the second semi, my predictions. Again, as always, if you want to follow along in my Eurovision analysis, my discussions of the pre-parties, hopefully some interviews from the pre-parties, you're very welcome to subscribe, which will be here, I hope, if I point in the right way. Subscribe to the channel. And if you want to watch some of the reactions to some of the songs, then maybe here, somewhere around here. And you can watch reactions to different songs that I've reacted to. I haven't reacted to everything. It's pretty much impossible to do that with the job I have. I just don't have the time. But I've reacted to a lot. I did try to react to Australia, but the video got blocked, and I'm not yet aware of how to get around that. So I'll have to find another way. But yeah, this is going to be very interesting. I think the second semi-final in particular is going to throw up some surprises. A lot of fan favorites, Euro fan favorites may not get through. I think it's heavy on the girl bops. I think some of them might lose out because of that. The female-led vocals ones could lose out. Now I'm doubting putting Latvia in red. But I just don't see a path for Latvia. But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me on this prediction video. And there's more coming up. I mean, I'm going to try and do a couple of like preview videos for the pre-party before Madrid. So as I said, subscribe, sign up, join in, be respectful down in the comments. I would really appreciate that. And I am always happy to interact and discuss and hear your running order and your predictions as well. That's super interesting for me. Bearing in mind, finally, again, I will repeat myself, this qualification thing here is not necessarily what I think will happen. It's what I think could happen based on the running order that I made. My running order will not be correct, so this is way off from the start, but this is what I think could happen if such a running order was to happen. So let's see when the running order comes out, probably this week, where we land. And in the meantime, have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, wonderful weekend. I'm in Gran Canaria in a fucking desert and it's raining. Yay. So I am going to just watch some Eurovision stuff, I think. Yeah, I'll do that. All right. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace and love to everybody. Bye.